Cristiano Ronaldo has Rooney! Wonderful goal!
Rooney again, Ronaldo with him, great ball, Ronaldo's through here, he can wrap it up for United, and does!
Another flick from Ronaldo, it's Rooney! This is football from the Dream Factory!
What I can say, it's fantastic, I miss him, to play with him. But, you know, the future nobody knows.
For years, it seemed like the duo were the best of friends. But ever since Ronaldo dropped that interview, things between them have only gone downhill.
I'm not gonna say that I'm looking better than him, which is true, but...
They won everything at Manchester United. Collectively, they were two of the best attacking players at the club. So where did it all go wrong? What happened between Cristiano Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney? These two go way back. Ronaldo joined Manchester United in 2003 from Sporting Lisbon, and Rooney followed the same path a year later from Everton. Together, the two of them became two of the brightest talents at the club. To give you an idea of just how good it was, out of the 205 times they played together, Rooney assisted Ronaldo 14 times, and Ronaldo assisted Rooney 11 times. There was a lot of chemistry between the two. Heck, they even went out for food together. Pretty soon, the trophies started coming in. Multiple Premier League titles, a Champions League title in 2008, and the FA Cup. Even when Ronaldo left in 2009 for Real Madrid, it seemed like he'd gone in good faith. But apparently all of that was a facade, all smoke under the mirrors, because now, these two aren't even on talking terms. The question is, what the heck happened? Well, you see guys, a lot of people believed Ronaldo and Rooney fell off due to Rooney criticising him in 2021.
Obviously Cristiano is getting on a bit.
And I'll get to that in a bit, but the truth is, this one goes way back. I'm speaking of the incident in 2006 that triggered the fight and started the war between the two. After finishing their domestic season with Manchester United, both Ronaldo and Rooney were called up by their national teams for the World Cup that year. Ronaldo was representing Portugal and Rooney was playing for England. They'd probably have wished each other good luck before heading off and all, but as fate would have it, they were soon coming up against each other in a one-way ticket show. The quarterfinals of the competition, Portugal versus England. And with only one team having the chance to go through, everything was on the line. The game was deadlocked when the moment that changed it arrived. Rooney was contesting for a ball with Portugal's Ricardo Carvalho. He thought he was being fouled, but the ref didn't give anything. And after going down, this happened. Caught in 4K, Rooney was gone. The crazy thing is, years later, Rooney himself doesn't deny this being a foul. He even admitted he knew he was wrong. Referee Horacio Elizabeth did nothing and I planted my foot down on Carvalho. It's one of those moments where you're not thinking. I knew at that moment it was a red card, and back in the dressing room, I watched the rest of the game on a little TV, thinking if we win this, I'm suspended for a World Cup semi-final and final, and if we lose, it's my fault. Right, so Rooney knew it was a foul and got sent off. So did Ronaldo get involved in all of this? The wink that changed everything. Notice Rooney tried to push him away. He couldn't believe Ronaldo had successfully attempted to get him sent off. For Rooney, this tournament meant a lot. He was injured and had done everything just to get fit in time for the start of the World Cup. And now to end it like this, seeing his teammate trying to get him sent off, he couldn't believe it. I put myself in Ronaldo's shoes. I went over to him afterwards in the tunnel. I felt it was important to speak to him while it was still fresh and to do it face to face. He gave me a look as if to say sorry, but by then I had my United head on. I said, I've no issues with you. Enjoy your tournament and good luck. I'll see you in a few weeks. And let's go try and win the league. Cap talk. Truth is guys, that moment never really left Rooney's mind. As I mentioned earlier, they did become successful, winning the league in the following season and the Champions League the next year. But the tensions remained in the air. When Ronaldo came back, the English fans made sure to let him know how they felt about everything.
By 5 goals. Ronaldo.
They booed him on his return. Ronaldo and Rooney did a good job to make sure it stayed away from the press. They got back and acted like nothing happened, but deep down the war was on. Right, so you know what exactly happened. The question is, why did Rooney choose to act like he was cool with it, when in reality he wasn't? Well, there are a couple of reasons for that. First off, the guy didn't want the whole tension thing to disrupt the team. I mean, watching the video again, he was clearly pissed and felt betrayed by his friend. But as he said in the tunnel when he met Ronaldo, he wanted United to come first. Chelsea had just won back-to-back league titles at that point, and United, He wanted United back on top at least. And he knew a fight with Ronaldo when they were supposed to both be star players wasn't going to cut it. So he just let it slide and got on with it. The other significant reason is the role Sir Alex Ferguson has to play in all of this. After the incident, he called both Rooney and Ronaldo to his office and made the two of them trash it out. Again, this time though, he was clear about it. United was to come first, and any personal beef was done. Complete. Now we've seen it from Rooney's point of view, how about Ronaldo's then? Right from the first day he put on the Portuguese jersey, Ronaldo has always made the national team a priority. I mean, it's his family. He grew up there. He'd do anything to make his home country proud. Anything to win. On his part, after the incident and how it got publicised, Ronaldo and Rooney met in the tunnel with Ronaldo wanting to apologise and talk it out. They talked it out again, and it was obvious at this point that he had no bad blood towards Rooney. He just wanted to get the advantage for the team he was playing for at the time. And what Rooney had done deserved a red card. He wasn't the only player to get tackled hard on the pitch that evening. Why didn't the others react like that? Rooney was Ronaldo's buddy. The same with Ricardo Carvalho too. He was his teammate at international level, and he was just looking out for the guy after a needless tackle. For years, the relationship seemed okay at least. By 2009, they'd gone separate paths. Ronaldo moved to Real Madrid for a then world record fee of $80 million, while Rooney stayed at United and became the face of the club. They both enjoyed varying amounts of success too. While Rooney's staying at United ended up with him becoming the club's all-time top scorer, Ronaldo's move to Real Madrid saw him reach the GOAT level status he was projected to. He added 4 more Ballon d'Ors to his collection and multiple Champions League titles. The two even met in 2013 and took a picture together. But the dynamics of the relationship changed in 2022. Call it the second part, if you like. Ronaldo was back in Manchester United for a second spell, and let's just say Rooney wasn't too happy about it. As a football fan, the move was nostalgic. After all those years as a flashy winger, Ronaldo was back in the Premier League, and this time he'd now become a pure goal scorer, something United could do with too. They'd finished second in the previous league season to Manchester City with a gap of 19 points. A player like Ronaldo arriving at the club was supposed to help narrow that gap. Heck, with the amount of goals he scored, he was supposed to make United title contenders again. But it didn't exactly work out like that. Ronaldo was scoring the goals, but United wasn't playing well. Only thing is, this turned out to be an opportunity for Rooney to launch into Ronaldo and tear him apart. Rooney was a guest on an exclusive talk show when he got asked if Ronaldo's return to the club was a success, and he gave a brutal assessment of it. You'd have to say no to Ronaldo's return at the moment. I think he scored important goals, but I think if you're looking to the future of the club, you have to go with younger, hungry players to lift Manchester United over these next 2 or 3 years. Shots fired. This wasn't the only time Rooney came at him during that period. In a league game versus Spurs in the following season, Ronaldo was an unused sub, and with time running out, the new coach, Erik ten Hag, sent him to warm up with about 5 minutes to play. And now this one's very dicey, but before I get into it, quick heads up. If you haven't hit that subscribe button to Mr. Football yet, yes, you know it's wrong, man. Click that button for more dicey content right up. Back into it, here's the deal. United was already winning that game 2-0, and there was tension between Ronaldo and Ten Hag even before this match. They weren't seeing eye to eye, and Ten Hag telling Ronaldo to come in with 4 minutes left in a game that was in truth already gone was an insult to Ronaldo and his career. If this was some young kid looking to get minutes or forcing his way into the first team, it's understandable. Heck, if this was even a defensive substitution, it'd be easy to understand too. But given everything that had gone down, Ten Hag telling Ronaldo to warm up was a big slight on the guy. And on his part, Ronaldo wasn't going to let the man treat him like that. So before the end of the game, Ronaldo was gone. In his tracksuit, Ronaldo went straight into the dressing room. He wasn't interested in the game anymore. And post-match, when different analysts were asked to give their opinions on what just went down, you could already guess what Rooney was going to say next. It's not acceptable for Cristiano Ronaldo to refuse to come on as a substitute. It didn't just end there. Rooney went on to call Ronaldo's behaviour disruptive and claimed he was ruining the locker room as a result. It's dicey because on one hand, the stuff Ronaldo did and the way he went about it was wrong, and I'm sure deep down he knew that. But it was at this moment an inquest started coming in. Guys like Roy Keane, they came out to defend Ronaldo and stated that rather than criticizing the guy, people tried to find out exactly what is happening at the club. Guys like Rio Ferdinand as well slammed Ronaldo's antics, but didn't come at him as Rooney did. Any pro seeing this one would have immediately understood what the tension was between Ronaldo and Ten Hag. And on his part, seeing Rooney come at him like that and call him disruptive, seeing his career and legacy at the club threatening to go down, Ronaldo wasn't going to let it slide. So he called that infamous interview with Piers Morgan and let the entire truth out. This interview had a lot of sides to it. First, Ronaldo exposed Manchester United, and from the looks of it, there were things Rooney knew that he decided to keep silent about, that Ronaldo wasn't prepared to. Ronaldo called out the club, and this one was sad. In pre-season, it was well documented that Ronaldo and Ten Hag didn't get along, because he did stuff like leaving pre-season matches early and being absent from training sessions. But when Ronaldo spoke, he told the world that the only reason this happened was because his daughter was sick, and he went home to attend to her. He even claimed he told the club, and informed them about it. And the fact that they didn't come to deny it means it's most likely true. It didn't end there still. Called out the facilities at the club, from leaking roofs to rats in the gym, and the same kitchen staff. It's easy to see why the club couldn't grow. They'd done nothing to change and improve the place. The most important of all, though, was Ronaldo coming out to clear Rooney's claims at a go. The same way Rooney had been firing shots at him, he loaded up and fired his back. I'm a bit surprised. It was a year ago, we were in my house, he picked up his kids here and he invited Cristiano to go to his house to play football. Okay, so they did talk when they got back to England. They even visited each other and had their kids on football play dates. Interesting. I don't know why he criticizes me so badly. Probably because he finished his career and I'm still playing at the highest level. Massive shot fired. Ronaldo was still playing at Al Nassr while Rooney had retired years back. And just because he was prepared to go there with Rooney, Ronaldo went low. I'm not going to say I'm better looking than him, which is true. Oh man, oh no he didn't. Ronaldo actually went there with the physical looks card. Brutal. In the same interview, Ronaldo also talked about how Rooney and Gary Neville weren't his friends. How they were only colleagues and he wasn't going to have dinner with them anytime soon. With the stuff Ronaldo said, it was on between him and Rooney. He'd expressed his surprise at Rooney calling him out, but in reality, Rooney had been looking for a chance to get at him since way back. Rooney only just realised it at that instance. The shades weren't done though, far from it. In Rooney's response, he tried to be diplomatic and political about the whole thing. There's probably not a footballer on the planet that isn't jealous of Cristiano. The career he's had, the trophies he's won, the money he's earned, the six-pack, his body. I think every player bar Lionel Messi is jealous of Cristiano. See what he did there? Rooney actually admitted to being jealous of Ronaldo, but did it from a collective angle. Uncovered that still. Notice how Rooney also said the one player who wasn't jealous of Ronaldo was Messi. He was getting at something there. A few weeks later, Rooney referred to the age-old GOAT debate question of who was the better player between Messi and Ronaldo. His answer? Messi. I think I've said this before, but they're both probably the best two players to ever play the game. I just think Messi is, in my eyes, the greatest ever. He quoted himself from a tweet back in 2012 about Messi being a joke of an incredible player, and that caption, "Nothing changed," summed it up. At this point, I've got to say it. The way Rooney was trying to be political and smart in throwing shades at Ronaldo, it was just off. Let's face facts. Would Rooney have called Messi the best player in the world in 2008 when they were still together? I'm even going too far. In 2014, Rooney was all Team Ronaldo. I think Ronaldo deserves to win the Ballon d'Or again. He's had an incredible 2 or 3 years and has certainly overtaken Lionel Messi now as the best player in the world. I'm sure it'll be difficult to give it to anyone else. Come on, the guy legit switched sides because he wanted to diss Ronaldo. From that point on, things between the two seemed to calm down a bit, but the damage had already been done. While Ronaldo continued his career scoring goals with Al Nassr, Rooney's gotten sacked as a manager on multiple occasions. It could have been very different with these two. Should have been a friendship that would have lasted for years. But in the end, it just felt like Rooney couldn't get over that incident from 2006. It tore into him, ate at him. And once Ronaldo returned in 2021, he took every chance possible to have digs at the guy. Ultimately, Ronaldo couldn't take it anymore, so he swiped back. And when the dust was settled and the words exchanged, Ronaldo and Rooney revealed the truth about their relationship. They were never friends like the media had made us believe. All those guys after goals, trophy celebrations together, assists to each other. It was all just part of a professional job. Outside it, these two could even pass as enemies. The real guys that stood with Ronaldo are the ones he calls his friends, and Rooney isn't part of them. Guys like Rio Ferdinand and Roy Keane. When he was back at United, he made sure to show them love. He knows these guys would have his back no matter what. Rooney wasn't among them. On Rooney's part, it's a ruined relationship. Taking digs at Ronaldo like that is low. And the fact that he was hiding under the guise of it being political or using words like making Manchester United a better club and growth again, that's just low. I'm thinking about it now and it just hit me. If you think Ronaldo and Rooney are messed up, wait till you see the time Mbappe and the most expensive player in the world threw direct digs at each other. And this expensive player happened to be Mbappe's teammate. There's a list of 8 football players who hate each other, and the names on it will leave you stunned. Click the next video to find out.